There's a lot to be said about acceptance, liking who you are and having peace of mind. If the secret's being happy with your lot in life, baby, then I'm pretty happy here in lot number 9. Living in aluminum. Living in aluminum. I don't need a house of vinyl. I don't need a house of wood. There ain't no better way to test your metal than in a semi-precious metal neighborhood. Living in aluminum. Living in aluminum.
That's right. We're living in aluminum right here at the CSHR network. Living in aluminum. And I'm not even going to look up who the artist was for that song. Hey, Harsh, how are you today? Today's Saturday.
Pretty good. And we are actually on site at where musician Dina Bach is playing as we speak. That's why I don't have the regular background.
And just to let you listen to some of the music that's going to be showcased.
Of course.
No, that's not any of the music that's going to be showcased. Thank God.
What is with these people just like not, I don't know. Like it just seems like everyone loves to virtue signal these days.
Well, obviously, I mean, why not?
It just seems like it. It's like, it makes no sense to me, but here we are. It's
and
like,
who
it's
are we
like
referring
truthers
to
do
tonight?
it, researchers do it, critical thinkers do it. I should put quotations for all of them because they're really not that. You know, and a lot of these maskies do it. It's just gross. And it's stupid. And it's gross.
Who are we referring to as far as that's concerned? Who's the virtue signaler of the day? Did you die on me?
You're asking me that? Jeez.
Yes, I'm asking you that.
Oh, you're asking me that. I'm like, dude, that's so many to name. It's not even funny. There's so many to name. You know, the Pallet Fort people would be one.
All right, and now a special message from Anonymous.
Hello world, we are Anonymous. With the world in turmoil around us, I bring you an update on upcoming Anonymous targets. Today I bring you important information about Troy, which in essence is a targeted attack against Alfred Pennyworth, Scott Sonnier and Troy T. Rebel. Troy has been known for several years as a Foncannon member who has taken down lower-ranking anonymous members such as Colden Ross and James Large using nothing but a flip phone, truly showing what a dangerous and effective hacker Troy is. Alfred is known to be a friend and foe of Anonymous, but his actions of late are horrendous and bordering on child abuse. He must be taken down. Scott Sonnier is also a target. Recently had his belly button stolen in a bizarre mugging in Minnesota. Although he is friendly, he has proven he can DDoS like an old fag. Recently Troy started a campaign against another member, Lantana Lethal, who has begged for our aid to battle Troy, who has doxed him and made his wife kick him out because he does not work and she provides for both of them while he pretends to be one of us and have skill he does not. We have supplied Latana with the docs of all three members of the fatal Farthwell World Order. We look forward to seeing if he can manage his problem and truly join the collective. Please all of you be kind and love each other. It's a hard world.
Did he say Farthwell World Order?
Do good for each other.
Who?
We do not forget.
He said Farthwell World Order. The three demons of the Farthwell World Order.
We is autism.
Expecto potato, we is autism. That's great. Expecto potato, We as autism.
God.
Yeah, so that's the latest development from Pallet Ford. Anonymous is after me.
God.
Jeez. So what are you doing over there? What's going on over there?
Oh, I was actually giving some more, promoting the brand, giving some more gifts to some of the musicians out here.
Yeah.
For mainly Dina Bach. And so I was just like, yeah, let me do that. And then I realized that it's 8 o'clock. So I'm like, screw it. I might as well join the live stream from here. So,
Well, gee, thanks. I appreciate that.
knock out two birds with one stone, right?
It's killing two birds with one stone, not knocking out two birds with one.
I forget.
What is wrong with you?
I don't know, but all I know is that on this day, it just seems really weird.
What's that?
I used to remember when people became activists and they used this platform to like speak about issues that mattered and actually inspire people to become activists and like actually help the cause. Now it's just like all these idiots just go online to cry about the same issues they don't even care to help out with.
Well, I mean, we had talked about that, and we were seeing weird stuff like that when it comes to even when it comes to these benefits that we do.
Yeah.
Like if it's for a police officer or it's high profile or something like that, people will come and buy stuff and then post online that they helped out. It's like, really? It's like, really? Can you get over yourself for like 2 minutes?
Yeah, it's really stupid.
It is. I mean,
but you want something sadder, even more tragic and sad than that? When people claim to care about the issues, the causes, and policies, and claim to care about the homeless, and claim to care about the ones in need, but yet when we're organizing a water drop, the same people that claim to give a fuck about all these things won't even show up. They won't even show up to help, but they'll show up to help like some loser politician that'll just steal their money again.
Right.
They'll travel all over the country for him. They'll throw parties for him. They'll fundraise for him. They'll donate their rent checks for him, but they won't do it for the people that actually need their help that they can directly help.
Right.
And that's what pisses me off even to this day, thinking about like, how when we were organizing water drops and, for in Flint, #OpFlint, and it was like pulling teeth trying to get 50 people to show up. And I hate to tell you this, but the majority of the people who showed up there were not your bleeding heart liberals or your issues, causes, policy crying leftists. A lot of them were either apolitical or right or libertarians. Few of them, I mean, there were a few ANCOMs, but that's it. And it's just annoying. It's like you either care about the issues or you don't. Don't sit there and say virtue signal about them and then say, "Oh, I don't care." It's stupid.
I bet you if they were able to get on camera some kind of way or something like that, or get their 15 minutes of fame, they would have been there. You would have. You want to know the sad part?
I don't even know if that would have helped. That would have made a difference. People just love talking. They don't like to act.
Yeah, well, like we were talking about a while back, not enough people talk, period.
Right. A lot of these idiots, they think talking is like activism. No, to quote our guy Terrence Daniels, who is an actual activist, talking is the lowest form of activism there is.
Well, but that's the thing. They don't talk or they don't do.
Right.
They don't do either one.
Yeah, all they do is just seek sympathy and post. So it's even worse.
They post online, but they don't actually do anything.
Right. And I hate saying this, if you're going to be someone posting about, child trafficking and children becoming sex slaves and all that, then you should be helping out. You should be a local a mentor and an activist in your community to prevent children from being trafficked. If you're not doing that, then all you're doing is using virtue signaling about a cause that you really don't care about. And I hate saying shit like that, but it's like, it's gross.
Yeah, but sometimes
it really
the truth
is.
Hurts. Sometimes the truth hurts.
It does, and for a lack of a better term, it's the harsh reality of it, but it is what it is. I mean, it's just annoying. They don't care about the issues caused policies. They don't care to help. And then when people like me are fed up with these idiots and we're telling them, hey, they're a waste of oxygen, then I'll get pushback from some of these other morons saying, oh, what's the matter with you? How could you be so heartless? I'm like, really? I'm the one who actually helped people, not you. I mean, you don't have to help the causes, but you don't get to tell people how to feel about the ones who don't help the cause. You don't get to do that.
Right. Good afternoon,
you don't get
Sean, and good afternoon, Joe Logan. How are y'all this afternoon?
Right. What up, Michael? What up, Joe? Oh, speaking of which, Michael wants to come on the show again and do a show about mental health.
All right.
So at some point, maybe we could dedicate it for Friday. Depending on where I am on Friday, we could do that.
All right. I have to look and see what's on the show schedule for Friday.
Right. But yeah, we'll do that. Or Thursday, I don't know, whichever one. No, Thursday I'm going to be on site at I think I might actually do some live streams from with the band coming up. So we might be on site for that. We'll see.
All right. What time are they going on stage tonight?
Who?
The people you're there to see tonight.
Ooh, Dina Bach. She's already playing.
Oh.
Yeah, that's why I had to come outside the hotel. That's how to go to the patio area. Otherwise, yeah.
I got you.
But yeah, that's the thing that's just irritating about all this. It's just the whole thing is just ridiculous.
It is. It's not gonna, and unfortunately, it's not gonna change.
No, it's not going to change, and I'm almost at the point where maybe a purge is needed. I hate saying stuff like this, but you know what? If you don't want to help someone in their hour of need, then quit virtue signaling about the problems.
The purge.
Quit using the problems that gaslight, grandstand, and virtue signal, and help.
The purge.
Don't sit here and talk about how the homeless are starving and struggling if you're not going to help the homeless. Don't talk about the starving children if you're not going to cook them a meal. Like, what the hell? There's too many people talking about what's wrong with the world and not enough people actually helping the fucking cause. And it's irritating. It's annoying. I can't stand it anymore. Like, I'm just at the point. I just don't care.
Why don't you care? You're supposed to care.
I mean, it's too much. Michael says perfect. Michael says actions speak louder than words. Agreed. I don't care about people who don't act. Like, the whole point of these damn live streams to talk about like the issues and causes and whatever, and what and the problems are to inspire people to act to help out those causes. And a lot of these idiots don't get that. They think speaking up online to the same 3 fucking people makes a difference, and it doesn't. And I won't mention any names, but there are live streamers who for as much as they bemoan like Jesus Christ and God and religion, They sure love trying to act like Jesus Christ. They sure
they've been
love
put up
pretending
on
they're
a cross.
crucified like him. They sure love, doing the same things he did and taking on the lowest of the low and befriending them and trying to elevate them and help them at all causes. Help them because they're not really doing a thing. But it's gross. It's really gross. I don't know, Scott, what are your thoughts on all this?
I don't know. I mean, I really don't know what to say. Uh-oh. What is that all about?
Uh-oh. Is that from your area or my area?
This is your emergency broadcast system announcing the commencement of the annual purge sanctioned by the U.S. government. Weapons of Class 4 and lower have been authorized for use during the purge.
There you go.
At this point, I don't think that'd be the worst case scenario. I hate saying stuff like this, but
I wonder how many people listening to the radio just now just went, wait, why is there emergency broadcast?
Right.
What the hell?
I mean, it's just irritating. It really is. It's just irritating. I mean, I'm almost at the point where I'd rather just go inside and be like, hey, Scott, meet my friend Dina Bach once again. And just, listen to the music she's playing tonight. But
I mean, you can if you want.
Right. Our guy Country Joe Logan says, I never help politicians, but I do good. But not saying what. Most are about survival and tooting their own horns. I agree. And, people like Joe Logan keep it real. The rest are just
What was that? The rest were just what?
Yeah. Just, almost as bad as the pallet Ford people, I hate to say.
That's pretty bad.
Yeah.
The pallet Ford people.
Scary thought. Considering those idiots will incriminate themselves just because they don't like certain individuals. It's like you hate Scott so much that you want to get yourself thrown in prison. Okay, go for it.
Okay.
But yeah, I'm just over the nonsense. So how's Scott feeling on this magical Tuesday night?
Tired. Just tired. That's basically
Tired?
it. Yeah.
Tired of the internet or just tired in general?
Just tired in general.
No.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
And there it is again.
Yes, we do.
Okay, that's...
This is a civil danger warning effective nationwide. Your utmost attention is required. All stations and cable systems shall transmit this emergency notification message. This is not a test. The following message is transmitted at the request of the United States government. An incoming non-terrestrial object heading directly for the Earth was spotted by the Mount Graham International Observatory in Arizona about 5 a.m. Eastern Time. The actual structure of the asteroid is thought to be a planetoid from the asteroid belt between Mars and Jupiter and had become entangled in Earth's gravitational field. It is currently projected to be the size of Guam, with a width of 549 kilometers, and is expected to make a direct course for the Pacific Ocean within the next 6 hours. The impact site is approximately 2,100 kilometers from the west coast of the United States. Since the asteroid was discovered on such short notice, the National Aeronautics and Space Administration and the United States Space Force have confirmed that it is too big to be diverted away from the Earth. This asteroid is expected to unleash 2,497 megatons of energy, causing blast wave that will be experienced throughout the Earth.
Okay, so basically it's the end of the world.
Ocean waters well up onto adjacent lands. The dust and debris from the impact would cause a global nuclear winter. The West Coast is predicted to be struck by a mega tsunami. All residents of Washington, Oregon,
Finally, California is gone.
Nevada, and Arizona should evacuate to the eastern parts of the United States immediately.
Tell
The
us how you
Federal
really feel about
Emergency
California,
Management
Scott.
Agency and the National Guard will work together to facilitate the use of public transportation and mass evacuations. All citizens in the continental United States are urged to not panic and to seek shelter immediately, preferably in an interior 7-hour room with no.
Okay, that's enough of that.
All citizens in the continental United States are urged to seek shelter immediately, preferably in an interior 7-hour room with no windows. Make sure you have an emergency supply kit.
That's awesome.
Bottle of water, packaged food.
But I like what our guy Country Joe Logan says. Purge politicians and other corporations like banks, etc. Agreed, but the problem is if it didn't already happen in a state like Michigan, then I don't think it'll ever happen. If there was any state where all those people should have been just hung up and guillotined by the people, it's Michigan. And that ain't happens.
Tell us how you really feel about Michigan, Harsh.
I'm saying the people there are suffering by those more than anyone else by those idiots, and they didn't even feel the need to do that. It's like their major city goes bankrupt, the biggest city in the state goes bankrupt, and one of their larger cities is basically poisoned for a decade by the government, and they just vote. They just keep voting. They keep going about life like nothing changed. Generation of children had hysterectomies. Teenage girls had hysterectomies over there. Generation of children have had all sorts of poisoning where they're not going to be able to become functional adults. And teenage boys, to say, they've also been suffering as well. Everyone suffered in that town, and nothing. There's no sense of extremism. It's just, business as usual.
Joe Logan says, well, I'm damned immediately. I'm in Cali. Goodbye, world.
Poor Joe.
Poor Joe. Always gets
You got to bring him back to the South. You got to get in your pickup truck and pick him up from Cali.
I'm just trying to figure out what would make anybody move to California in the first place. I can understand moving away from it, but moving to it, that's just something.
People have to work.
I guess so.
It's like,
I guess so.
People move to areas they don't want to live in all the time for the sake of employment.
Yeah.
That's nothing new.
I don't want to live here, so yeah, I get that.
Right. If you could pick anywhere in the world to live, where would you live?
Not in Louisiana.
Not in Louisiana.
I mean, Yeah, definitely not in Louisiana. Well, I'm going to let you get back to your show that you're over there watching. I got to take care of some stuff here that just popped up. So,
all right. Well, all I'm going to say is I don't think I'd ever want to. If I had a choice, I'd probably live in 3 or 4 different places.
Oh, absolutely. I agree with that.
I don't think I could live here for the rest of my life either.
No.
Well, just saying some because, I love a lot of the people I know here. But at the same time, I would definitely either go down south or leave the country. I live in like Asia somewhere. Who am I kidding? I'd either live back in the motherland or I'd live in like other places near, some of the coastal places or maybe Russia or something. I don't think I could do Western Europe right now. Eastern Europe I could probably do. Western Europe I can't. No. Not unless it's to wear a yellow vest or something. Just kidding. Joe says, actually, Louisiana swamps is better than Cali.
I don't know about all that.
And he says, we all get poisoned by planes spraying so-called clouds. But yeah, Scott, let me know if you want to wrap up the show or if I should just go back inside and just change it to music or.
Yeah, I'll tell you what I can do, and I can just turn the call over to you and switch back to this screen, or if you want to just go straight in the StreamYard, however you want to do it.
You know, I think I just stream it from my pages instead of StreamYard.
Okay.
Kind of had enough for StreamYard. Joe says Sweden would be good, I think. Well, 10 years ago, I'd agree with you. Now, I don't know.
Well, we'll be living in aluminum here in Louisiana.
Yeah, well, our guy Joe Logan says, we all get poisoning by plane spraying so-called clouds. Yeah, that is true. I mean, like I said, I'm at the point, if you're a doctor and you don't talk about how poisonous the land, water, and air are, how the land, water, and air is poisoning people, then you're a medical virtue signaler. You're a virtue signaler MD. That's all I could call you. All right, should I sign us out, Scott?
Yes, sir, please.
And on that note, this has been another edition of The Harsh Reality. We thank you all for joining the show. This is Harsh Mid sign up, and all of you, the life is harsh, but also live it. And after all, this is Crayola Sec. But sometimes you got to color outside the lines. And for those of you in the other chats, honk if you're clown sec. Take care, everyone. Have a great rest of your